My name's Chat and this is Trams. That's my little joke for the start. What are we doing?
Hello. So it is a glorious summer evening. In fact, it's the longest day of the year today, or is it tomorrow? It's the 20th of June 2025. So I think it might be tomorrow is the summer solstice.
Correct.
I think it's the summer
21st.
solstice. We are sat. This is Josh, by the way.
Hello, I'm Josh. By the
Josh.
way.
I'll explain more about Josh in a minute.
Hello.
Sat on tram number 4 here at Riverside Halt, and it's just us here, and we've just enjoyed fish and chips sat on the tram, and it's just so it's just such a nice picturesque, lovely.
We've had a little mandate.
Yeah, it's lovely. Just literally sat here chilling with the sun, the water there, and I was just thinking back to my training in, when was it? March 22.
Was it 2022?
2022, driving number 2 down here, and I literally just was frozen. My hands were frozen, my face was frozen, my gloves were frozen, my head was frozen. I wasn't the driver. What have I got myself into? And now this is just fantastic. And I thought it might be quite nice to just go back in time to find out why and how I got involved with this fantastic attraction that is 3 hours away from where I live. It's 160 miles. And why am I here today? And I thought I'll just introduce Josh for those who haven't met Josh before, because it's all his fault, really. It's all,
lots of things are my fault.
I mean, this one really is. We have video evidence that this is your fault.
Oh, okay.
So a few years ago I made this video. Of all the requests I get to do train announcements, I think this one is definitely one of my favourites. So if you haven't heard of it, it's in Devon. It's a tourist attraction. It's a electric narrow gauge tramway. This is one of the trams they have here. This is double-decker ones. I highly recommend a visit there when we can all go out again. But in the meantime, I have linked their TikTok channel in this video, so make sure you go over and check it out. Let's do this announcement. Goggles on. Tram stop 1 for the 13:30 Seaton Tramway service to Seaton. This tram is formed of 1 car calling at Colliford and Seaton. First class accommodation is not available on board this tram today. And look, they even sell tea towels. So I made that video, and there's a comment on that video from Seaton Tramway TikTok.
That's me.
There's Seaton Tramway TikTok there.
Yeah.
Saying, why don't you come down and have a drive?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did.
So this would have been in 21.
This was 21, I think. So the video, I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. I'm sure that was sort of either late 20 or early 21. I want to say 20 actually.
I think it would have been early
21.
21, because it took a while for you to come. Because you came down once. You were actually at Picorama.
Yeah, the week before.
And I said, "Well, why don't you come and just say hello and come round to the depot?" So, ironically, we actually stood out on the decking, not 10 metres away from where we are now.
Yeah. And we were stood there, we were here for about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, I know.
We made that little video of you going, well, I'm going to come and do a tram driving lesson.
Do you mean this one? Hi guys, it's Matt here. And today I've swapped the full-size trains of Thameslink and the little trains of Ruislip, and I'm here in East Devon at the Seaton Tramway. Now the Seaton Tramway is a narrow gauge electric tramway running from Seaton on the coast 3 miles to the historic town of Collerton. Now I'm here in the cab of car number 16 and I'm joined by Josh from the Seaton Tramway.
Hello.
Josh, why am I here at the controls of number 16?
Well, I thought, Matt, if you fancied it, you might want a bit of a driving lesson.
I would absolutely love to take one of these for a drive.
Ever driven a tram before?
I have never driven a tram before, no.
Oh, well, this is your chance.
Well, on the 30th of September, I'm going to be coming back down to the tramway, and we're going to be spending the entire day out on the tramway, driving. We're talking to Josh and talking to Gareth.
That's right.
About the tramway, learning about the history of it, and I'm really, really looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun.
Seaton Tramway is on TikTok, so make sure that you go over and check their channel. I'll put the user name in the description, and you're also on YouTube.
We're everywhere. You can't get rid of us. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, find us, like us. come and visit us until the end of October. We're open every day, 10 till 5, trams every 20 minutes.
So make sure you subscribe, and I will see you on the 30th. So I made that video, and then the next week came down, me and Andy. So one of my friends, Andy, because I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking, oh, you know, if I'm going to start coming down here, potentially, it's a long drive. You know, if I can enroll Andy, who I know would, you know, he'd never been before to the tramway, but I'm just knowing him, they love all of this, you know, all the heritage side of it and the quirkiness. I thought, okay, we can half the driving, half the cost of petrol, half all the cost of accommodation. I thought, you know, it'd be nice to sort of, just, you know, not do it on your own as well. And
well, I remember during that tram driving lesson, because we had Gareth, our ops manager at the time, with us that day, and there were conversations during the day because you and Andy were both having a turn at doing your tram driving that day.
On tram number 19.
On 19.
Yeah.
And you did bring it up, like, I think later in the day. You're like, you know, so what are the requirements?
Multiple
How often
times,
do you do? You know, I've always thought about it, but I've never done it, and here we are.
I know.
And I think for you, you know, we have a minimum days that you must offer yourself a year.
Yeah.
And obviously that for you then meant that, you know, oh, you have to guarantee yourself that you will be coming down here
21
days a year. Which I think you've surpassed most years.
Every year I've surpassed it. I was just hooked on it. For that day, I was just like, I love it. And then coming down here is such an inviting atmosphere. Everyone is so friendly and welcoming. And it's just nice to just get away from London as well to somewhere. I mean, and I think that's, you know, I was just saying earlier, you know, sat here just enjoying fish and chips on the tram.
Well, I mean, you've got the river there, you're 100 metres away from the beach, from the depot. You know, you've got East Devon countryside and all that, but you've got the beach as well, the coastline, Jurassic Coast. You know, you couldn't be further away really from a metropolitan city if you try.
It's lovely. And so, you know, that appeal is sort of like coming down here is an absolute pleasure, you know, and I want to come down, you know, I sort of 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 days a month. So
yeah, you've done well.
Smashing the 21 days.
And you've not just got involved in just the general like service, you've also come down for Christmas and doing our Polar Express.
Yeah, I love that.
And you'll have seen him on our marketing like TikTok and social media because you know, ring Matt Drive, all he's worth.
I always keep one for emergencies.
So do I. I keep mine in here.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you enjoy it and enough to go, well, we've visited, and that's actually gone from sort of mid-year visit. I think you came down in October in the end.
Yeah.
And then by March you were training to be a driver.
Yeah. 2 weeks down here, staying in Axmouth, just over the river there.
Yeah.
2 weeks there in the freezing cold. Oh my goodness, it was cold.
So
that was a cold.
Obviously we have to train. That year I think we trained
8 of us.
Or it was 10 originally, but it was 8 in the end.
9.
There was a good group.
Yeah.
Obviously over 2 weeks, and we have to do it then because the tramway's closed. It's easier, you know, blah blah blah. And then it also gets you ready for the season ahead. And yeah, you did well in terms of managing to actually like keep. That was always the worry. Is like, oh, you're 3 hours away. Can I promise 21 days?
But I was talking about this with Andy not even that long ago, because I've done the journey so many times now.
It doesn't feel like 3 hours.
It doesn't feel like it. Even this morning coming down here, so I'm like, oh, I'm at Ilminster already.
Right.
Oh, it's 8:30. It was an early start this morning.
It was an early start.
I don't normally do. I like to drive down the night before, but yeah, all because of that one video. That's all happened.
The power of TikTok.
The power of TikTok. Because if it hadn't been for that, then, you know, you probably wouldn't have seen it. There wouldn't have been that invite to come
well,
and
it
was
have a
that
tram.
initial Seaton Tramway tag, of which I, you know, look at all of them if I can. And you did your famous like voiceover.
I did that.
You did a random announcement.
Yeah.
The times weren't correct.
Yeah.
I think at one point you said about like the first class coach at the front or something.
Caterer, yeah, something.
And I said, oh, first class. That we could talk about that.
Yeah.
But
ironically, I think I do more driving here than I do at Ruislip these days.
Sure. But that's one of the other appeals, isn't it? That you can just come here and be a driver, because you're much more involved at
I'm much more involved at Ruislip, whereas here it's just driving. But also, I come here, you can't just come down realistically for one day.
Right.
Because of the distance.
But you have done it.
I have done it a couple of times by train. It's a long old day.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 or 3 days here, you know,
It's
it makes the journey worth
nice,
it. So you just end up naturally, you know, doing a bit more here. So it's all thanks to you.
Do you regret it?
Do I look like I regret it on a Friday evening at 9:20, sat
Full
here,
of fish and chips.
full of fish and chips, not to mention the tram stop jacket potato earlier as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And got to have a little drive of number 4, which is this one.
So would you recommend becoming a tram driver from your perspective?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know so the driving is obviously half of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
The other half is the passengers.
Right.
The passengers. Love meeting the passengers, talking to them, you know, and then also showing off the tramway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doing the narration, stopping along the line, pointing out, you know, different points of interest, the history of the tramway. Yeah, it's just an all-round good package, happy package.
I think we should mention how long the tramway has been in your life as well.
Yeah, so
'Cause there is a photo.
there's this photo which shows me at the grand old age of 6 months old, and my parents reliably tell me that I went on a tram before a train.
Wow.
So I technically,
Matt the tram guy.
maybe it should have been trams.
There's another
but-
picture later as well at you, the controls of like, I think 14 or something.
Oh yeah,
when
because
you're a little bit older,
my
like-
dad did a full day driving lesson
Yeah.
in 16, which ironically was the tram that I then did my training and passed on. And I would have been, I don't know, about 15, 14, 15.
You're
yeah,
there.
I had hair. I had hair in that photo. And 9, 10, 11 weren't finished either.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
7 was running.
Yeah,
Had a ride
absolutely,
on 7, which of course is not out at the moment. Hasn't been out for a little while. Hopefully it'll be out again at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, always been a part of my life, and now it's a bigger part. As we sit here with the lights now starting to glow a bit brighter because the sun's gone down behind the hill over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice here.
Well,
So,
good
yeah.
chat, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for replying to me. Thank you for picking up and TikToking. There you go. That's the power of social media. One example here.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Good.
Been good.
Good.
It's been. I suppose we put this away now.
Yeah.